What if the pill you take every morning to stay healthy is quietly setting you up for a stroke while you sleep? No chest pain. No warning signs. One night you go to bed feeling fine. And the next morning, you can't lift your arm. Your speech is slurred, or your vision has gone blurry. It sounds like a bad dream, but for thousands of seniors every year, it's a devastating reality, and often, the culprit isn't junk food, smoking, or lack of exercise. It's vitamins, yes, the very capsules you trust to protect your bones, boost your energy, or sharpen your memory could be silently sabotaging your brain and heart. And the worst part, the danger hides in plain sight, right there on the supplement label you've never thought twice about reading. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 common vitamins that can raise your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, nerve damage, or dangerous blood pressure swings, and the simple, natural swaps that can protect your health without gambling with your life. 1. Vitamin D. Most people know vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin. It's essential for bone strength, mood balance, and immune health. But when taken in excessive doses, particularly at night, vitamin D can have a darker side. Why it can be dangerous? High doses of vitamin D raise calcium levels in the blood. This might sound harmless, but too much calcium can stiffen arteries, narrow blood vessels, and increase the risk of blood clots. For someone with age-related arterial stiffness, dehydration, or high blood pressure, this can be the perfect storm. For a stroke, often occurring during sleep when the body is less hydrated and blood pressure patterns shift. Case example, a 74-year-old Navy veteran took 10,000 IU of vitamin D daily, believing it would keep his bones strong. One morning, his wife found him unable to speak clearly. With weakness in one arm, he had suffered a stroke overnight. Tests revealed high calcium levels and stiff arteries, directly linked to vitamin D toxicity. Safe practice tips. Most older adults need no more than 800 to 2,000 IU per day, and only if a deficiency is confirmed by a doctor. Take vitamin D in the morning, not before bed. If also taking calcium or heart medications, get blood levels checked regularly. Avoid high-dose over-the-counter supplements unless prescribed. 2. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is often marketed as a heart-healthy, skin-enhancing, memory-boosting nutrient. While it does have antioxidant benefits, in high doses, it acts like a blood thinner, and when combined with certain medications, it can dangerously increase the risk of bleeding in the brain. Why it can be dangerous? Vitamin E slows the blood's ability to clot. If you're already taking aspirin, warfarin, or other anticoagulants, high-dose vitamin E can make blood too thin. Even a tiny blood vessel leak in the brain can result in a hemorrhagic stroke, a medical emergency with high rates of disability. Case example, an 81-year-old retired librarian began taking 800 IU of vitamin E daily to help her circulation and memory, while also being on warfarin for a heart valve problem. 3 weeks later, she suffered a severe headache, confusion, and vomiting. Scans revealed a brain bleed, not from trauma or high blood pressure, but from the dangerous combination of her medication and vitamin E overdose. Safe practice tips. The recommended daily allowance for older adults is just 15 milligrams, about 22 IU. Many store-bought supplements contain 200 to 1,000 IU, far above safe limits. Always consult your doctor before taking vitamin E, especially if you're on any form of blood thinner. 3. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, pyridoxine, plays a role in nerve health, metabolism, and brain function. But too much of it can damage the protective coating, myelin, around nerves, leading to symptoms that can mimic aging or even dementia. Why? It can be dangerous. Unlike some water-soluble vitamins that the body flushes out easily, B6 can accumulate over time. Chronic high intake can cause tingling, numbness, weakness, tremors, balance problems, and even confusion. In severe cases, nerve damage may be permanent. Case example, a 76-year-old retired truck driver began feeling numbness in his feet, tingling in his hands, and worsening balance. He was taking a nerve support supplement with 100 milligrams of B6 per tablet, twice daily. That's 200 milligrams daily, over 10 times the safe upper limit. Once the supplement was stopped, the progression slowed, but the nerve damage was irreversible, leaving him reliant on a cane. Safe practice tips. Older adults generally need only 2 to 10 milligrams per day, including dietary sources. Brain or nerve supplements often contain dangerous megadoses. Check labels. If you notice tingling or numbness, stop supplementation and see a doctor. 4. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for eye health, immune function, and skin maintenance. But because it is fat-soluble, excess vitamin A isn't easily excreted. It's stored in the liver and other tissues, which can lead to toxic buildup. Why? It can be dangerous. Chronic vitamin A toxicity can raise intracranial pressure, a condition known as pseudotumor cerebrae. This mimics stroke symptoms, headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, slurred speech, and can lead to permanent vision loss if untreated. Case example, a 79-year-old piano teacher had been taking 10,000 IU of vitamin A daily. For years, for her eyes and skin, she developed worsening headaches, vision changes, and balance issues. Scans revealed high intracranial pressure without a tumor, caused by vitamin toxicity. Safe practice tips. The safe upper limit for seniors is around 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day. Many multivitamins already meet the daily requirement. Adding eye skin supplements can push intake into the toxic range. Because it's stored in the body, toxicity can build over months or years. 5. Niacin vitamin B3. Niacin is often prescribed or marketed as a natural way to lower cholesterol. While it can be effective for lipid management, in high doses it can cause unpredictable blood vessel reactions, with dangerous consequences for older adults. Why it can be dangerous. High-dose niacin dilates blood vessels, causing flushing and warmth. Soon after, those vessels constrict again, sometimes sharply raising blood pressure and reducing brain blood flow. Over time, this yo-yo effect can strain the heart and trigger strokes or transient ischemic attacks. TIS case example. An 82-year-old man took a heart health supplement with 1,000 milligrams of niacin twice daily to 60 times the typical dietary need. He experienced facial flushing, pounding chest sensations, and dizziness. Eventually, he suffered a TI where his speech slurred briefly before returning to normal. Safe practice tips. Most seniors should avoid more than 50 milligrams per day, unless under strict medical supervision. Flush-free or extended-release niacin is not necessarily safer if you have high blood pressure, heart rhythm issues, or diabetes. Be especially cautious. Why food beats pills for brain and heart health. If these risks sound alarming, here's the good news. You can protect your brain, heart, and overall health without relying on high-dose supplements. For most people, nutrient-rich whole foods are the safest, most effective way to meet daily needs. Why food works better. Nutrients in food are balanced with other compounds that aid absorption. The body regulates uptake from food more effectively than from pills. Whole foods provide hydration, fiber, and antioxidants, benefits supplements can't match. Example, breakfast for brain health. 1 boiled egg, clean protein, B vitamins, and choline for memory. 1/2 avocado, healthy fats that support brain cells. 1 slice whole grain toast, steady energy release. Handful of blueberries, antioxidants that protect brain tissue. Glass of room temperature water, essential for brain hydration. Other brain protective foods include leafy greens, spinach, kale, rich in folate, and antioxidants, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, omega-3 south for brain structure, nuts and seeds, vitamin E, and magnesium for nerve function. Whole grains support circulation and blood sugar stability. Respect, don't fear, vitamins. Vitamins aren't the enemy. They are essential for life, but the right dose, timing, and context matter, especially for older adults. Your body at 70 processes nutrients differently than it did at 30. Supplements that seem harmless can become risky if taken without guidance. At excessive doses, or, alongside certain medications, protect yourself by reading labels carefully. Knowing the safe upper limits for each vitamin. Consulting your doctor before adding or changing supplements. Listening to your body and acting on early warning signs, like dizziness, headaches, numbness, or vision changes. At this stage in life, awareness is the best medicine. You're not too old to make smarter choices, and the right changes today can protect your independence, memory, and vitality for years to come.